You may have heard the terms Ashoka, criss-cross, or scissor-cut diamond, and today I'm going to explain exactly what that means. The name Ashoka actually refers to a diamond cut that was originally patented. So unlike some of our standard diamond shapes, and if you want to learn more about those, you can watch our video on all the different diamond cuts and shapes. There are some cuts throughout history that have been patented by their original inventors. So some of these include the radiant cut diamond and the Ashoka cut diamond. The Ashoka cut was patented in 1999 by a very famous diamond cutter from New York City named William Goldberg. And just like many other diamond patents, it eventually expired because they generally only last about 20 years. The story goes that William Goldberg was actually inspired to create this very unique diamond cut, which is very similar to an emerald cut diamond, because he saw an original antique Golconda diamond before it went up to auction. It was an amazing stone, a flawless, decolored diamond that was over 40 carats, and he just thought it was so mesmerizing that he really studied this diamond and wanted to kind of replicate its very unique antique cut. Ashoka diamonds are described in lots of different ways, and it's kind of a combination of a cushion, an emerald, and a radiant cut. It kind of has the benefits of all three of these shapes and cuts. So it is very similar to an emerald cut. As I mentioned, it has that elongated cut, which always makes a diamond look bigger than it really is. But instead of having those kind of squared off corners or even cut corners like an Asher, which gives it kind of an octagonal shape, the Ashoka stands out because it has very rounded corners like a cushion, and that is very flattering on the finger. The other very trademark trait of an Ashoka diamond is that the center of the diamond, instead of being very linear and step cut like an emerald or an Asher cut, it has a very unique kind of zigzag crisscross pattern, which is why we often see it also being called a crisscross cut or a scissor cut. This is very unique because usually we see these kind of triangular shaped facets with a brilliant cut diamond. And with the linear cut diamond, again, which is an Asher or an emerald cut, you're gonna get more rectangular shaped facets, which gives it that kind of very classy and Hall of Mirrors effect is what we always say with an emerald cut diamond. So instead, you kind of have this best of both worlds situation where you have this elongated but triangular shaped facet. And the difference between the widths, you have that skinny point of the triangle facet versus the wider shape of the triangle, gives the diamond a very, very unique and interesting scintillation. So when it's reflecting light, it just gives a very interesting pattern of light reflection, color, brilliance, and scintillation. The other interesting thing about the crisscross or scissor cut is that it does have a few extra facets. It generally has about 62 facets. So this does add to the sparkle because the more facets, the more light reflection you tend to get. And the other interesting thing is that you do get a bit of an antique vibe because of course that was the inspiration for this cut, and that combination of the kind of irregular sparkle you get from those very elongated triangular cuts does really catch your eye like an antique cut does. So if that's something that appeals to you, the Ashoka crisscross scissor cut might be something that's perfect. Of course, the Goldberg family, the original creators of the Ashoka diamond, also say that they only use this cut on very special diamonds, again inspired by that original Golconda diamond. So they're only using flawless diamonds as well as pretty big diamonds. They need a 3+ carat size because of this extra elongated emerald shape. It's even longer and more slender than a standard emerald cut. So they need rough stones that are especially large in order to get this cut. Of course, that's giving the name Ashoka a very luxurious and kind of premium feel. And it doesn't hurt that a lot of celebrities have been seen wearing Ashoka diamonds. And of course, Reese Witherspoon in 2010, when she got engaged, was actually given a 4+ carat Ashoka diamond as her engagement ring. Again, because Ashoka has been trademarked, but the patent is now expired, you can get these diamonds from other gem cutters and dealers who will call it a scissor cut or a crisscross diamond. So if you're looking for something extra unique, and again, you love that elongated shape, but you don't necessarily want a step cut, you want kind of the best of both worlds, this is something that could really appeal to you. If you want something similar but with even more brilliance, I would consider the radiant cut, which has that elongated shape of the emerald cut, but the brilliance and sparkle of a round cut. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comments below, and visit us on Instagram at Winston Gems and Jewelry.